Well, it is Friday, and that means Fine Arts Friday here on Midday. And Shakespeare fans, listen up. One local theater is bringing back the Upstate Shakespeare Festival with the Merry Wives of Windsor, a tale you certainly don't want to miss. And joining me now from the festival is Megan and Cameron. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. So for starters, tell me a little bit about the Merry Wives of Windsor. What can we expect?
Yeah, so basically it's about two housewives who have a lot of time and money on their hands who cross paths with debatably one of Shakespeare's most recognizable characters, Sir John Falstaff, and hijinks and hilarity ensue. But at the end of the day, the big question of the show is who gets to marry my daughter, Anne Page. She's got a couple of different suitors, one that mom likes, one that dad likes, and one that she prefers, obviously. And so you'll have to come and see the show to figure out who she winds up with in the end.
Oh, absolutely. We love a good tease there. So now I'm intrigued. You guys play Mistress Page and Mistress Ford. Tell me a little bit about those roles and maybe what you like about playing them.
So they're, like Megan said, they're housewives with a lot of time and money on their hands. They're really good friends. They love to sit and chat and gossip and, you know, just spend their husband's money. We don't really talk to our husbands at all, so they're kind of irrelevant to what we do.
We like a good prank war.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Sounds like some fun women.
I'm
a fan of what I'm
the
hearing
most fun.
here.
They're very fun. They're very fun.
Well, speaking of fun, I feel like sometimes Shakespeare actually gets a little bit of a bad rap of being, you know, too confusing or too fancy. So what would you say to those maybe worried about that?
So one thing that we definitely pride ourselves with at the Upstate Shakespeare Festival is we are all storytellers, and we sit with that script for multiple days and make sure that we understand the story we're telling so that we can effectively communicate it to people. A lot of people have come up to us over the years and said, wow, what version of Shakespeare are you using? Because I could actually understand you. We're using his original text, his original words. It's really important to us that we understand what we're saying so that everybody else knows what we're saying. And it's Shakespeare. He was a poor boy from Stratford. He wasn't really anybody highly educated. He's just telling stories that everybody can relate to, and that's what we try to communicate.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're almost kind of getting a new audience to appreciate Shakespeare there.
Absolutely. It's Shakespeare for the people.
Yeah, for sure.
So how long have you guys been a part of the Upstate Shakespeare Festival?
My answer's a little bit shorter than Cammie's is, but this is going to be my second show with USF. My first show was last year.
And this is my 11th year. I've been doing it since I was a junior in high school. This was the first professional gig that I ever booked, and I've stayed with it ever since. Even going to college and studying and coming back, like, it's something that I always make time for.
Yeah.
It's very near and dear to my heart.
It's kind of like a little family, it sounds like.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure. Yeah. We're a very tight-knit group of people.
We're multi-generational.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. Well, you've been a part of it 11 years, but in total there's been 27 years of this festival. How have you kind of seen it impact the community? Has it become maybe like a favorite event for the summer?
We have people, like
we've got the season regulars who show up every summer.
We've had people come to the festival on a first date, and then they get married, and then they bring their children, and then their children will grow up and in some cases come and do the festival, and we have families that just come back and back. The mayor's a huge fan. Like,
we've got those recognizable audience members where Fagan will say, oh, you know, John Fagan, who's the artistic director of the Upstate Shakespeare Festival, but he'll come backstage and say, oh, you know, so-and-so's here, and we'll be like, oh, it's so good to see them.
We got a lot of friends in the audience.
A lot of friends in the audience.
And how cool to be almost a tradition in so many people's lives. I do want to mention it's free, too.
Absolutely free.
100%.
If you want to bring a cooler with some of your favorite beverages, you just got to pay $1 for a wristband. We'll check your ID, and you can bring blankets, bring chairs, bring dinner, bring a full picnic, and you can really just camp out with us for the night.
At this rate, I'm like, why not go?
That's what I always say.
There's no reason to not go.
You can't complain about the price of the ticket.
You're not paying anything.
Exactly. We do accept donations. We come around with some pillowcases at the end, and we'll have QR codes that people can donate digitally if they so choose. But yeah, you cannot argue about the price, for sure.
Well, it sounds like a fun time. Thank you both so much for stopping by. And if you are interested, the Merry Wives of Windsor will be playing May 25th through June 18th at Falls Park in downtown Greenville. The performance starts at 7. And again, guys, it's free. There are no need for tickets. They're not required. And of course, we have more information on our website. That's foxcarolina.com.
Now